Alright, welcome again to another Warhammer 40K, I guess 7th edition battle report. First one we're doing here at the sector on the Invis channel. We've got a game of the Daemons going up against an Imperial group of Red Hunters and Inquisition people. We are going to play Maelstrom Mission tweaked a tiny bit. We're playing on this table here. We're playing mission number 5 on the Maelstrom of War missions, which is the secret one, Cloak and Shadows. So we're going to be having tactical cards, but each player will not know what our objective cards are. But we're going to throw in the added ability at the end of the game. Any of the 6 objectives are available for scoring 1 point, sort of just like a basic crusade overlay that that you can only score 1 point per objective. We're just going to try that out to sort of add like an overarching kind of end game war game feel to the Maelstrom of War missions, which can be a little random. We've got objectives all over the board. We've got an objective here, 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 and here, one back here, and then one back in the corner here. The Demons are deploying as we see. That's the board. Okay, I'm going to tell you about the armies, the army list. We're playing a 1750 game. This is Space Marine Primary with Inquisition allies. The Space Marine Primary is Chapter Master on bike with Thunderhammer, Shield Eternal, Artificer Armor. He's going to be with 5 bikes. I'm going to try plasmas on the bikes this time, because grav guns don't really work well against demons. The other Space Marine units, I'm going to have 8 Space Marine Tacticals with 1 Melt-A-Gun in a drop pod, a Thunderfire Cannon, 5 Sniper Scouts, Sniper Cloak Scouts, 5 more Scouts regular in a Speeder Storm, and also in the Space Marine part of the list is going to be a Storm Talon, a Stalker, and that is it. Inquisition allies, I'm bringing Kotias, and then I'm bringing 3 Henchmen units. I'm bringing a second Inquisitor and with rad grenades in a Land Raider. The unit that Inquisitor is going to be with a Crusader, 5 Death Cult Assassins, a Priest, and a Psyker. He's got 2 Servo Skulls. Again, that unit's going to be in a Land Raider, regular Land Raider with Cybolt ammo and multi-melta that I got to add to the top there. Second unit of Inquisitor Henchmen is going to be 5 regular dudes with Stormbolters and a Psyker in a Cyback Razorback with Cybolt ammo. And the third unit of henchmen is just a Crusader, a regular Acolyte, and a Psyker in a plain Valkyrie, not the Vendetta, just a plain Valkyrie troop transport with the multi-las. That is the Space Marine and Inquisitor list going up against Demons. What do we got over here, Demons?
We got 2 Soul Grinds of Slaanesh, Beast of Nurgle by itself over there. Nurgle Demon Prince, 10 Cultists, Keeper of Secrets back here, Bellicor, Nurgling Infiltrators, and a Helldrake. The rest of these demons are just things that I hope to summon.
Okay, so he's got what do you got? 9. You said you have 9 warp points. Something.
Yeah, 9.
And you're going to be trying to do a lot of summoning. I have 5 war points, and I have Misfortune, Forewarning, and Prescience rolled on Divination. So that's 1750 of Space Marine Inquisitors versus 1750 of Demons starting off. Once he starts summoning things, there'll be more points on the board. Is that your full deployment?
Yeah.
Okay, and then I'm going to deploy. We're playing the Cloak and Secrets mission, Hammer and Anvil deployment, and I'll be deploying over there. I'll be back with turn. Alright, so we are just about to start the game. I want to show you the Imperial deployment. As I already showed you, the Demon deployment was as such, he won the roll-up for infiltrators, but I had servo skulls here and here, so he had to keep these Nurglings back, and then these Nurglings got close in the far corner here. My infiltrator scouts got here, and then I just put my Death Cult Assassin Squad in the Land Raider there. Chapter Master and Bikes here. Kotias is with the Thunderfire Cannon. The Stalker's here. Drop Pod's going to drop in. The small squad is going to be in the Valkyrie flying in, outflanking the Speeder, reserving the side bolt ammo with Stormbolter dudes inside, and Storm Talon will fly on. I rolled on tactical Warlord objectives and got the number 1 where I can discard 2 cards per turn. What's your Warlord objective? What's your Warlord trait?
My Warlord trait is Herald of Doom. -1 when taking fear tests.
Alright, I tried to double roll C's with Kotias and I didn't, so Demons will go first, and it is not night fighting. So here is turn 1 for Demons. We saw the Soul Grinders move forward, the Beasts move forward, the Nurgle Prince flew forward, Cultist just kind of jostled around back there. Basically, he got nothing off in the Psychic phase, and then the Warp Storm table got 2 rending hits on the Thunderfire Cannon and took that out in one fell swoop.
The Dark Prince thirsts on the Warp Storm.
And then a shot of phlegm didn't glance the Land Raider, and these Nurglings are approaching over here, and those Nurglings are approaching over there. So at the end of turn 1, that's how things look. And down a Thunderfire Cannon, and Imperial turn 1 next. Okay, turn 1 for the Space Marine Inquisition. Kotias was able to get off his 4-up invul save on him and the Tech Marine. He was able to get off prescience on the bikes. Really wasn't much. Everything around him was twin linked, so all I really ended up doing was twin linking the plasma guns. I took ground shots at the Soul Grinder and did nothing. I took las cannon shots at the Soul Grinder, and what I do, knocked off a weapon and did a hull point, and I did some useless Stormbolter Power of the Machine Spirit shooting at the Beast in the Woods. Bikes moved over here and shot at the Nurglings, as did the Scouts. The Assault Squad with the Rad Grenades and the Death Cult Assassins popped out. They wiped that Nurgling Squad and then consolidated forward 6 inches towards these dudes. And I think, the drop pod came down here, and Melt-A-Gun and Bolter dudes shot at the Beast and knocked him down to 2 wounds. And that is it. So at the end of 1, we're playing the secret objectives, but I was able to, one of my cards was to score on objective number 2, which is here. One of my cards was to wipe out a unit, which I did here with the Nurgling. So I'm at 2 points. How many points did you score in for turn 1?
2.
You scored 2 points, so it's 2 to 2. Oh, and I also got First Blood, so it's 2 to, I guess, 3 technically. And that's how things. Did you get? 2. I got 2 tactical objectives and First Blood. Okay, for the Demon's turn, moving forward, he got his Cursed Earth power off here. That's what these little cloudy things represent. He got invisibility off on the Nurgle Prince and landed him.
Summoned a Herald.
He summoned a Slanesh Herald on a chariot. Moved things forward over here. Beast moved forward. This beast backed up. Did you heal?
Oh, yeah. Now I gotta heal.
I'm gonna try and heal.
Nope.
And this Soul Grinder dropped a bunch of phlegm and stuff on the drop pod, exploded the drop pod, killed a couple Marines, killed 1 Marine and 1 more died in the explosion. These Nurglings gathered up by the edge of the board here. And I guess that's the end of the turn. We got new Herald on the board. Bellacor's flying. He's on the ground. He's moving forward. And that's the board at the end, or halfway through 2. Alright, for turn 2 for the Imperials, we saw basically the flyer came on, the other flyer came on, the Stormbolter dudes in the Razorback did not come on, and the Landspeeder outflanked over there in the back, my own backfield corner. I managed to put Talon shots and Biker shots on the beast that was here and wipe it out. I got Hellstrike missiles into the Soul Grinder, but he made a save. But I got a Las Cannon pen into the Grinder, and he took a hull point, and he has to snap shoot. I dumped fire from the Scouts and the Scouts over there into the Nurglings that were over there, and then finished them off in the assault with the Death Cult Assassins. I took, I think also the Tacticals in the woods here shot at the beast that was over there and killed it. And then as far as cards that I scored the one card that you have 3 scoring units in your back, 3 scoring units in your backfield and none of your enemies. Got that one this turn, and I also rolled or picked objective number 2 again, so I scored again with those tacticals, picked up 2 more points, and killed a few of his smaller forward moving demon units, but we still have quite a lot of demons back here to deal with, so he's going to just, you just rolled your Helldrakes coming on, right?
Yep.
And turn 3 for the demons. Alright, so for demons, turn 3, you managed to, what'd you summon up?
Herald of Tzeentch.
That, yeah, Herald on a disc got summoned this round. Helldrake came on and flew this way. Cultist scooted forward. Over here, these guys moved forward fast with the Chariot and the Soul Grinder. The Nurgle Demon Prince got into combat with... What, are we held here? Are we stuck? Or do you see if you overrun me? You won the combat?
Yeah, I won the combat.
Okay, so we're stuck. And that is it. No objectives were scored, but that is the board at the end, halfway through 3. Alright, Imperial turn 3 saw this unit moving forward, trying to get near this combat, this unit getting in the center of the board to see if it can do something. I moved the bikes forward, I flew the flyers forward, and basically tried to get ineffective shots on the Helldrake here, ineffective shots on the Helldrake here. I think I did, one hull point with the turret weapon here on rear armor, I think. I got you once here. You guys making tons of invul saves all night. I did las cannon shots to wreck this with the last hull point, and I got the objective, the tactical objective of killing a vehicle. I got no powers off on Kotiaz. He denied my forewarning, and I failed my prescience roll. I did nothing with the scouts, and then the bikes assaulted here. I got 1 hull point with crack grenades. The chapter master completely whiffed, failed, missed every shot, and then he took a wound. What did you take? Did you take a wound or no? No, you didn't take a wound. You just took a hull point. Yeah, because that was a mess up. Yeah. So I'm locked in combat here. Continue to be locked. It whittled me down to just 1 Space Marine Sergeant holding off against the Brave Sergeant holding off against the Nurgle Prince, and I think that's it. At the end, I was able to score. I scored objective 5. I had that card. I scored another point by killing that vehicle, and I had score objective 3 way in his back corner, but I decided to discard that because that's too tough to hold. So that's the end of 3, and that's where we're at. The current points, I believe, is 7 for the Imperials and 2 for the Demons. Alright, so halfway through 4, we saw the Helldrake move forward and dropped his Flamer and killed the Tech Marine. Cody has made a save. Soul Grinder killed the Storm Talon, popped its last hull point. You created a squad of Slaanesh people, but they mishapped, and I got to put them way in the back corner over here. Keeper Secrets move forward. The Chariot was locked, was combated with the Chapter Master and the bikes.
Thank you very much.
Didn't get any. He killed one dude. I got no wounds on him. And then I hit and run and backed away. And the Nurgle Prince over here wiped out the last Space Marine and moved closer to my cultists over there, and that's about it. We're gonna do the other turn, the bottom of 4, and that's how the game looks at halfway. All right, at the end of 4, Imperials move forward. Kodiaz got in the Land Raider. The Razorback finally came on. Bikes got into position. I ended up, let's see, snap shooting and doing a hull point from the Psy Razor into the Helldrake. He's got 1 left. I ended up shooting with the bike squad into the Chariot and killed that. I ended up shooting the Land Raider into the Keeper of Secrets and bringing him down to 1 wound. Tried to do some shooting at the Bellicor to give it a grounding test, but was unsuccessful. I rolled the cards to score D3 points if you hold 3 objectives at the end of your turn. I rolled score objective number 3. Is that it?
Okay, I have to put at least 2.
Yeah, those were the 2 things that I was able to do. So, I got the Valkyrie I put it into hover mode and fast skimmered it from here and then turbo boosted to here and got on this objective. So at the end of my turn, and then this was really frustrating experience here. I got the whole squad of Death Cult Assassins in. Then he challenged me and I wrongfully accepted the challenge. He killed my Inquisitor, the wounds spilled through, and he killed dudes, and then I could not swing back at him, so that was frustrating. I should not accept challenges against one single big beast creature anymore. Hopefully that's the way we did that correct, but those dudes are stuck, and that is...
Oh, and he gets a wound. So he's got 8 wounds now.
So I end up rolling 2 points for holding 1, 2, 3 objectives, and then another point for holding that objective. So I score 3 more points, and the battlefield is getting dense with dead bodies and wrecked stuff. We're going to go on to 5. Alright, halfway through turn 5, we saw the Helldrake vector struck and did a point here, got off his flamer on the corner of his butt and didn't do anything. Bellicor is landed and is can't assault this turn, but will be able to. Warp Storm Table went off and did a Corn Blast that damaged some of these dudes, but then they moved forward. The Herald got off Flickering Fire on the Valkyrie in the butt and exploded it, and the Crusader and a Psyker survived the crash and landed down here. He wounded it, and then the Soul Grinder blasted the Valkyrie and killed it. Keeper of Secrets was here. He got off the charge on the scouts, but the brave scouts blasted him down in Overwatch with his last wound. But he has Warp Tether, so he's going to come back next turn, if there is a next turn. And then this combat over here was kind of wonky. The Nurgle Prince pounded like 3 wounds on my Death Culties. and I made 3 5-up invols, so we stayed locked. I was unable to wound that guy. And that is where we're at. A locked combat here. Keeper's Secrets will be coming back. And end of 5, my turn. Did you score any points that round?
I don't think so.
Okay. Alright, here is the end of turn 5. I'll tell you what I did, and then we'll roll to see if the game goes on. I popped out my Stormbolter dudes, and took Stormbolter and Cybolt ammo shots at Bellicor. He landed on the ground to try to get into combat. I also popped out Kotiaz from the Land Raider, so he could get off Forewarning and Prescience on himself, so he could die in epic combat against Bellicor. And that happened. And Luke got a point for killing a Psyker in that combat. I also zipped forward, popped out scouts, shot back, hit a lot of his cultists with some heavy bolter here and heavy bolter here and bolter shots here, shot them back to take that objective. And I got twin link shots from the Stalker into the Helldrake and popped that. And then the cards I drew were score objective 6, so I turbo boosted my bikes forward to score 6. I got my scouts on 1, that was another card I drew, and I also drew objective 5. So let's roll to see if the game goes on.
No.
Game does not go on. Alright, so that's going to be a pretty solid victory by me. I had 10 points. I believe I had 13 points when it's all said and done. No line break. No, I do have line breakers.
And you're going to get, do you? Yeah, you got some guys hiding out back there.
13, 14, and then I have 15 technically because your Keeper Secrets is dead, but even though the warp tether thing. But
well, he's not on the field, so.
So I guess that would technically be a warp point. Regardless, it's about 14 or 15 to what'd you have, like 5 points?
6. Maybe.
6 points? Alright.
5, 6.
Let me shake your hand.
Good job.
Good job on the Imperial Guard. So Luke had already, we're sort of doing a narrative thing where he had already beat some Blood Angels with this demon, with his demons. He defeated some Ultramarine drop pods. So we're sort of running a narrative that the demons are running amok on an Imperial planet, causing havoc, and different factions of the Imperium are trying to beat them down. So he has 2 wins against the Empire, and he got beat back by the Inquisitors and the Red Hunters. A lot of fun. I would say, oh wait, let's see. We also threw in the points for objectives. What would you score? You get some points, right? So you would score another point here. But I would have another point here and here. So again, we threw in like a little bit of an end game, so you could score points a la Crusade style, 1 point per objective, but it ended up being a pretty one-sided victory on... what do you feel? Do you feel the cards had anything to do with it, Luke? Or did you feel like you kind of didn't get lucky? Or I did get lucky.
I had cards I could complete, but I just couldn't...
See, I got kind of lucky because I scored objective 5s a couple times, which was like the one in my corner. Other than that, I wasn't say I was like out of control lucky on my card draws, but again, sort of the thing with Maelstrom is it seems a little random. You're kind of running all over the place, maybe not for sensible reasons or narrative reasons, but it's a very interactive way to play, I guess. You need a much more mobile army, and we tried to tie it together with those extra Crusade points, but that's how things ended up. Fun game. Good looking models on the table, so that's how things ended up. Keep watching the videos. Check out the podcast Veterans of the Long War on iTunes and on Facebook.